Hey there, YouTube. This is Ice9 once again with a Saturday night Madden mobile video because this is what old people do on Saturday nights, I guess. At any rate, we're going to play a little bit of head-to-head Hall of Fame gameplay. And I know that I made points. Now I can't even look at the game film before I decide to accept the match. But we're going to go ahead and take this one and just kind of see how we do. I haven't played this guy before, at least the name doesn't sound familiar. It's always important when you're playing somebody, to figure out, because everybody's got kind of their little go-to plays, and if you've already used them and they're already on to you with their counters, then, it'd be wise to try something else, obviously. I'm going to try running pitch and kind of see how I do. It is not countered. And got a little agility truck there. Didn't get much out of it, but I'm going to see what I can do getting pitch here. And yeah, that's a third down. His feet were over the line, but you know how that goes. Luckily, I don't get the blitz, and luckily Barry doesn't fumble, and I get the first down. This might be very boring if I can continue to have this kind of success. I will gladly do this. Although on the PAT, running outside is usually not the best. And as long as I could keep doing that, I might just keep doing that. First pass play I'll try, because I imagine I would have to use it in a bad situation, would be cross up, because it's usually not countered. That's quite a few yards, but I will continue to try to run pitch. Hopefully nobody blows the play up. Make the block. That tackle basically propelled me to the first down. And Barry's pretty strong. And you'll notice I've got a new quarterback there. And because of that, I lost 2 more strength. Where it seemed like earlier in the season that strength boosts were so abundant and so plentiful, but we've lost Dawkins and Brady in the last 2 weeks. -4 strength. Ooh, this is going to be hard. But the agility truck. And you can kind of see with Barry how that works. And anybody who's played with Emmett now for any period of time knows how long Emmett's agility trucks take. And that was a very quick agility truck by Barry. Almost as quick, maybe as quick as a strength truck. So that's pretty cool. This is going to be a loss. Nope. You can kind of see how people bounce off of Barry a little bit when he runs the football. And by the way, I know it's very frustrating when you got Cam Newton as your quarterback. You know what? We're going to try to pass, because I'm not going to get this there. So we're going to try to pass here with Newton. Hopefully it's not countered, and hopefully if it is countered, he doesn't fumble. It's not countered. He's open, and we got ourselves a first down. Now that we know that's open, we're going to run a little more slot and drag. And we're going to get ourselves a touchdown. And Newton already, you didn't see really good use of him there. Wasn't exactly showing him off, but there's no doubt he has already made a difference on my team. We're going to be nice and safe here. And we're going to take the point after. We're going to take the extra point, because the outside run that I was using would very likely not work against a really good defense and Hall of gameplay. I will gladly take that and then just see what he kind of does. Now that I have gone, and this is something that they have changed, I could look at the film. Now I can set my counter. So, he tried Hail Mary. And he tried tight end corner. And I assume, let's look at his team. Kind of see what he was taking there. I can't look at his team in this mode. They've changed things now with head-to-head gameplay, trying to give the guy who goes first the advantage. You can't look at the film and kind of see what happened. So he tried a little flanker spot. I'm not going to bother countering that. It's kind of dangerous play on Hall of Fame. A lot of times the linebacker will come underneath that wide receiver. Thrown to the halfback can also be kind of an iffy option. Hail Mary knew it wasn't going to be countered, but he took the sack anyways. I don't know if that was a coverage sack or if I just, usually you don't see too many blitzes on first down. Did pretty good on that tight end corner, so I'm going to go ahead based on what he did. So he had some success with tight end corner, and based on the kind of plays that he likes to run, I'm going to go ahead and take out tight end corner. And I'm going to replace dive weak. I'm going to take out flanker spot. I'm going to let him have the Hail Mary if he wants it. I am going to leave the angle in. I'm going to take blast out. And I'm going to look for the double hitch. That's what I assume. He likes running that type of play. And we're going to go ahead and take out FB dive because he seems to be very throw happy. If he changes it up and runs on me, this will obviously catch me cold. But based on what he's doing there, what I'm going to do is take out the other spot play. Ran flanker spot, he could easily cycle to the spot play, assuming I'm going to take out flanker spot. He is the type of guy, it seems to me, that he might try running the same play, so we'll definitely see. But I'm going to take down all those tight end corner type plays and the closest play to it. So that is what I'm going to do on the basis of that. And hopefully by the time he sees this video, it will have worked and it'll be too late. So we will definitely see. So as we saw there in a little bit of the gameplay, though, we got ourselves a new quarterback. We've got Cam Newton, and from what I've seen so far, he's absolutely stellar. He's a big step up from Brady. I mean, it's a big step up. Everything is better. Obviously, the mobility is a lot better, and the mobility does make a huge difference with this. Playing my league drives last night, and I was running motion-wise stick. When I run that play, a lot of times I like rolling right. And with this guy, basically this is the first time I was really playing him in my league drives. But I was almost running out of bounds, rolling out of bounds on some plays just because of how fast the guy really is. So we can see the stats right here. Throwing accuracy and throw power are not as good as the Manziel card. Throw accuracy deep, I saw quite a bit of improvement from Brady. He throws a really nice ball on the deep patterns. He really does. The mids are really good. The short is good. I haven't really tried out the speed. I don't essentially like running with the quarterback. I know a lot of people do, but here's the thing. All right, so we have Barry Sanders in the lineup. We've got a bunch of running plays to try to use him with. And even though this guy's stats are so great, this guy's actually stronger than Barry. And his agility is really good. Not as good as Barry's, of course, but he is a quarterback. He's really elusive at 96. Juke move is really good at 94. So running with this guy is definitely, a possibility. However, the carry is still 87. So even though his strength is pretty high, which is going to, that's going to definitely affect how carry is and how much he fumbles. So that'll help, but he's still going to fumble more than a running back. So, he is a dual threat. You could run with him. This guy is going to be on a countered QB sneak. I imagine that there's going to be some plays where he's just going to put it in the end zone anyways because of his speed, acceleration, and strength. But I'd still rather run with my running backs, which is what running backs are for. So that's kind of my thing. But he's fast, he's mobile, he's tall. again, the throw accuracy, if none of the other things, if he didn't have 99 speed boosted, 98 acceleration boosted, if he didn't have any of those things, the throw statistics alone and his height would make him quite a bit of a step up from Brady. He throws a really nice football. So been really happy with him, but we're going to talk more about this because I had to do what I said I was not going to do to get Newton, and that was I had to cannibalize the team a little bit. Had to get rid of great game changer Frederick in order to get Kelsey. Well, I already had Kelsey to put him on the team to get the necessary coins to buy Cam, and now I'm pretty broke. 367,000 coins for me is broke. New Ultimate Legends coming out today. We're going to go into them. I can't afford anything. I was working today. Wasn't able to really work on getting the coins back, but I got to start working on those coins. But let's go into the Ultimate Legends for the week. And EA has made a big change for this week with Ultimate Legends, kind of following suit what they've done with positional heroes, making both the players for this week at 99. So we've got the same plan in effect for the Ultimate Legends, and that only makes sense. This really makes sense for EA for a lot of reasons, and one of them is there was quickly becoming a big disparity with these boss cards and the set-based players, not just from 99 to 98. I mean, they were basically garbage 98s in comparison to some really good 99s usually. Usually that was the case, that the 99 boss version was just so much better. And because the pull rates on the Ultimate Legends are just impossible, the set-based players are really going to be the players that most people are going to be able to get and afford. So making these players better was one of the best things that EA could do. Because when you go to these packs, and they're still the same packs. So we've got these new Ultimate Legend packs that have been out for a while now, and they've got the bundle with 8 packs, and the topper is a legend player, woohoo, with a chance at Ultimate Legends. And with that chance of Ultimate Legends, when you get some garbage 98 legend card, for like example, the Sean Taylor card, where it's hardly better or maybe even not better at all than his old Legend 96 player. Even if you get that guy, it's terrible. When you get these collectibles, when there's so many of them, when these packs are released, they're all over the place in the marketplace. And the Ultimate Legends, the set-based players not being very desirable, drives the price of those down. I got an Ed Reed collectible from Pro Packs. I was trying to get Cam yesterday, and I ended up getting, an Ed Reed 2008 collectible, which should not be a bad collectible, but I was struggling to get 50,000 coins for the darn thing, because the 98s are worth nothing. These guys are just, not very desirable at all. And when you look at that too, I mean, you should just be able to argue for 8,000 Madden coins, somebody should get an Ultimate Legend. That's the first thing I would say. Somebody's spending 8,000 Madden cash, they should be able to get an Ultimate Legend, first of all. Since they can't do that, even, makes them not as desirable. But now this set, with the 98 versions, this came out and people jumped all over it, and I sold my Ultimate Legend collectibles, made quite a bit of coins on those. But you got to throw in 3 legend players to get a player that's only marginally better. It just does not make any sense whatsoever. This set still doesn't make sense just because there's so many 98 Ultimate Legends out there in the market. Until there's really more and more 99s, it's not going to make sense. But it really made that set kind of a joke. But now Ultimate Legends are back to being something that is a little bit more attainable for people. And that's definitely a good thing. You know, when you're playing teams and they've got, you know, like 8 boss players on defense, I mean, it's all well and good, but there should be players that are pretty good that are available to more people, not just the people who are really, really good at making coins in this game. I don't consider myself one of those people. I work the auction house a little bit, but honestly, I work 55, 60 hours a week. I don't have time to be burning at the auction house all the time. So I think it's good that players like myself and others are going to be able to get this guy, and it's not for a limited time only type of thing either. So pretty cool. We're going to compare these guys to their boss versions, and we're going to see the stats and see how close they are. And along with that, we've got a Larry Allen card, and I had him on my legacy team and really, really good. And I think he had the same strength as this too, 101, and then the boss has 102. But really, at a certain point, you have to say, what's the difference between 101 and 102 strength? What's the difference between 98 pass block and 100 pass block, 98 impact block and 100 impact block? It's really, really close, guys. I mean, it's really, really close in terms of the stats on these players. And let's go check this out right now at the auction house. So there's Cam, and I am already seeing, and I guess we'll go into this right now. So they brought this out at the worst possible time for me because I just went out and got golden ticket Cam Newton, who I figured I could run at quarterback for the rest of the year. Spent 3.9 million coins on him. Totally blew my bench, you know, all the stuff off my bench. Sold a bunch of gold trophies. Sold Frederick. And I had to do everything I could basically in order to get this guy. Now we know that 99 Ultimate Legend quarterbacks are going to be coming out in the future. How good are these guys going to be? The set-based versions of these quarterbacks. If it goes by what we got in Legends this year, if they do the re-release thing, that means we got Elway to go, Culpepper. Who else was in there? There was one more, Donovan McNabb. You know, these should all be guys then who will be re-released, and they're all big guys. McNabb and Culpepper, you know, that you would assume they'd be able to run, have good throw power, and good throw stats. Elway will probably have really good throw stats. So that might be a much less expensive way to get a 99 quarterback than this guy. So is this guy going to be better than these guys when they come out, or am I going to look really stupid by dropping all these coins on this player? Time will tell, I guess. Alright, so let's go into the boss versus the regular versions of each card here. And we're going to start out with Larry Allen, who's a beast. For those who don't remember this guy back in the day, the reason that they give this guy 101 strength is because there are videos on YouTube of this guy putting up over 700 pounds on the bench press. He was an absolute beast of a player. And if we look at his stats versus Incognito, this is the set-based version. So he's slower. That automatically, with that slower speed and acceleration, is going to mean he's not going to be as good a run blocker, even though his run block is a perfect 100. When he gets there, whenever he gets there, he's going to lay a nasty block. But if he takes too long to get out there to lay the block, then maybe he doesn't make the block at all. So that's something you got to take into account when you've gotten guard with 62 speed and 76 acceleration. One thing that we do know, and a lot of people like to throw it, is that he's going to be a great pass blocker. No doubt about that. The best pass blocker in the game at this point. Just with the pass block and the impact block and the strength. Now we're going to go on to the boss version. And we see 102 run block. So How much better is 102 than 100? I'm not sure, but he's a little bit faster and his acceleration's a little bit better. Still less than Incognito, but that's some serious strength and some serious blocking stats. So, best guard in the game right there in the boss, but we could kind of see this is not far behind at all. Definitely slower and doesn't accelerate as quickly. Blocking stats, strength stats are all pretty good though. So really, really good. And we could kind of see here, so the boss going for 4 mil. And what this is going to do too is it's going to make the boss players less expensive. It's going to drive their costs down just because there's another 99 version that's almost as good, and the boss is no longer worth, double, triple, quadruple, or more the amount of the regular 99 version of the card. Let's move on to Mr. Lott, and I got to get this guy. Probably got to get Alan too, but don't have the coins for either at the moment. But I'm definitely going to get this guy as well. And you can see there's a lot of boss versions out there. And you can see that he's going from around 3 million coins, and he's kind of sitting. He's not instant selling at that. And the reason why, I don't know what the play recognition is. I assume it's high 90s. Perfect 99 zone coverage, 88 man, which is really strong, especially for a big, strong safety. Pretty decent strength, pretty decent tackle that'll boost up to the upper 90s with Watt and Super Bowl Lewis and some of the other tackle boosters out there. Perfect 99 acceleration, awareness that easily boosts to 99, which is important when you're looking at a legacy team. So really, really good card. But then we got the guy going for 3 times less. Speed is perfectly acceptable at 95 with any speed boosters. He's in the upper 90s. Strength is decent and boostable up to about 90 or even the mid or high 90s, depending on how many strength boosters you still have. I don't have many. They're dropping off my team like crazy. Acceleration's still really good at 98. Awareness is easily boosted to 99 with 88 awareness. 88 tackle boost up to the mid 90s easily. Zone coverage is 1 less, so 98, but that's really, really good. I believe the play recognition on this card is 93. Man coverage is high or mid 80s. 86 is a good number for somebody who basically is a strong safety. So this guy, once again, you can play him free safety, you could play him strong safety. Take your pick there. Probably better at strong safety. Definitely better than Dawkins, as we could see with all these stats. And definitely better than Chancellor at either position. And that's the set version. That's not even the boss. When we look at the boss, the pursuit's lower than Dawkins, but that's about it. So that's pretty cool. And that's really going to affect what we can do for the rest of the year, I would say, in terms of our team. It really, too, I think what I am going to be doing for the rest of the year is you look at this, kind of a combination of players, and I want to have as many Ultimate Legends as possible on this team is basically my goal. So, when these 99s come out bit by bit, I'd really like to drop Allen into Mathis's spot. His stats are, when you look at him, he's faster, but they're pretty underwhelming in comparison to Larry Allen. And just one by one, replace these guys with Ultimate Legends as they come out. So on the line, things of that nature. I've really liked Andre Johnson, so I don't see him going anywhere. I could see playing him for the rest of the year. He's kind of a mini Gronk. He's pretty cool. I mean, he's kind of an awesome player from the standpoint of, even with strength boosters disappearing on my team, here's a wide receiver with 98 speed and 95 strength and a boost, which is pretty cool. Rice, I could see maybe at some point disappearing for another wide receiver, but it really depends. +2 awareness is a pretty good boost these days. And Emmett, same type of thing. If you could really run a fullback, how awesome would it be not to run a booster and actually run a fullback at the position? Be fantastic. So we'll see if, the Okoye cards or any of the other cards coming out for Ultimate Legends are any good. But in the meantime, he blocks okay, and you got to like the boost. He definitely runs with the football well, too. Good fullback from that point of view. Gronk's not going anywhere. OBJ aren't going anywhere on mine, and I assume a lot of people's teams. OBJ, I mean, I had a play in head-to-head today where, even in Hall of Fame, with Newton throwing the ball, I got man coverage on him in the slot on tight end corner, which you try to take advantage of a lot of times when that safety comes up and plays man. And it was about a 50-yard completion. So he still has some gameplay in him as well as the boost. He's really, really fast. Pretty good wide receiver, providing you use him in the right situation. Where you could get him in open space. He's not a catch-in-traffic kind of guy by any means, but he is fast enough to get separation quickly. That is for sure. Gronk's not going anywhere. I don't, see a tight end taking his spot. Think I'm all set up at corner one here. But now with this new thing with all the Ultimate Legends, you'd assume the rest of them will be 99, just like the positional heroes. At corner two now, I was going to go for Sherman at some point just to kind of fill in and then just shuffle the secondary down the line. But I almost got to wait. At some point, there's probably going to be a 99 Charles Woodson card or somebody like that you could throw in there at the other corner position. I think corner one's pretty much locked up for the rest of the year. I don't see anybody coming out who's better than that, quite frankly, but we will definitely see. One area that mine and a lot of people's teams need a lot of improvement, or where we have the opportunity to improve our defenses, is at the linebacker positions. And Ray's definitely made some plays for me. Pretty fast, pretty strong, really good tackle, boosts up. Coverages aren't great, but a good run stopper, good play recognition, and fast speed and acceleration means he makes a lot of plays. He's made a lot of plays for me, as most, probably the biggest interception leader for most teams, I would say, has got to be the middle linebacker for most teams. It's just a matter of if you got a good one, they're going to be in position a lot of times to make plays. Von Miller. So he's 99. We've had him now for a couple months as a Super Bowl MVP card, Team of Week card here. Coverage stats are not outstanding. Linebackers need to be able to cover a little bit better than this guy does. He has made plenty of plays for me and shows up especially in Hall of Fame gameplay. Really fast, really great acceleration, tackle. But the coverages are not really good, and the play recognition, I want to say, was 90. I don't think it was mid-90s on that card. Sean Lee, really the knock on this guy, he's not real strong. Block shed's 90, which means he won't be a bad run stopper, but he's not real fast. He needs boost to get up to the mid-90s. Zone coverage is obviously very good, but I think that if a Legend Brooks card came out, yes, another Derek Brooks card, I would imagine will be coming out at some point, did last year. It'll probably be a better card than this, or the Barr card. Barr, very athletic, but not the greatest play recognition. He's made some plays for me, for sure. But, somebody with mid-90s or upper 90s play recognition with good speed and strength could probably take this guy's spot as well. And you could kind of see with awareness boosters and the way they've dropped off my team, that Barr is kind of the low guy right now. He's got 95 awareness, so you need at least plus two plus two awareness boosters to get this guy up to 99. And I would like to have a defense with 99 awareness by the end of the year. Cam, there's already plenty of safeties better than this guy. Lott is better. I would say Dawkins is better. Boss Taylor is better. All these guys are better. So this guy's proper role, and I'm going to go to somebody's team here real quick because he just picked him up, and he's got a really good defense. Big John, where you at? Bottom of the list. And we're going to revisit John's team here, and then we're going to go into a couple other teams and see how kind of some of the guys in my league are doing things. So John went ahead and got Lott today, and he's playing him at free safety and Dawkins at strong. And what he's done is he's dropped Cam down to the dime, and that's probably where Cam is going to end up on a lot of teams because they'll want his boost and his overall, and it just really sucks after spending all that money on coins or going through doing the set. I've got no regrets about doing the set, but he's probably going to end up at the dime on a lot of teams. The boosts are not great. They're definitely not as good as Barry's. But I could see him being a good dime player. NTL, I don't know. At some point, I imagine this guy's time will come. I mean, but the strength boosters and the gameplay still really make him useful. But if you want to get up to that 105, 106, 107 type of defense, he's going to have to go away, I would imagine. He went ahead and picked up Short, and I've heard this guy is better for boosting overall than Gilbert Brown, so he went ahead and got him. Definitely less expensive than Gilbert Brown, too. I imagine people who spent a lot of money on Brown got to feel stupid after this card came out. But pretty good looking defense here. A lot of parity with my own. I got the better version of Dion. He's got some better players on his team. A really good gameplay type of defense right there. And then on offense, he's trying to fill in, so we got to make fun of him a little bit. He's in between quarterbacks and had to sell some players to get these in, so he is Romoing it up, and his stats don't look really good towards in comparison with Newton, but I guess we wouldn't expect that. And he's looking to probably get Allen as well. We were talking, he's going to get Allen to replace Mathis, who's kind of underwhelming, really. And then get Incognito again is probably what he's going to end up doing. So, see a lot of similarities between our teams. Here's Johnson versus the Julio Jones card. So, strength still boosts up nice on this card. And I've noticed this guy in film. He's been making some plays. So, I'm sure he's loving them. Looks pretty good. Pretty good looking card right there. That Jones card for sure. So that's just an example of that. And let's finish things off with our golden tickets for the day and all their ridiculousness. Alright, so got a new Cromartie card, and he already got a legend card, an ultimate legend. And stats don't compare real favorably with Dion there. You wouldn't expect that. The low play recognition of 92. New card's pretty darn good. 100 man in zone, 96 play recognition's pretty beastly. Perfect 100 speed, pretty darn strong. Will boost to the upper 90s. Not sure what the hit power is. Really good looking card. Pretty comparable to Dion, I would say. So one of the things maybe to do, Dion's still a little bit better, but it's really not that much of a difference. I guess if you could sell Dion, the golden ticket version, and get this guy, then you could play Dion's 98 version with the awareness boost and be in pretty good shape. Although, I don't know, that card's days are numbered too. The Trophy Monster Irvin card. And second one, We got a Djax card, so we'll go into it. And not a lot of them out the auction house, and not going for a lot of coins. I haven't even looked at the stats here. You would expect 100 speed on a Djax card. Excuse me. A little bit stronger than he actually is, probably in real life. Perfect 99 catch, no surprise. Extremely elusive, also no surprise. Pretty good looking card. Only thing being, even with, well, that's really, really good speed. I could see some people getting this guy and taking advantage of that mismatch. But he's another receiver that's kind of, he's a little guy. So he's kind of in that OBJ type of class of receiver. And obviously he's not free. And obviously he doesn't have OBJ's boost. So that's really the problem. I could see running one small guy and putting him in the slot. I don't know if I could see running two small guys unless the other one's boosting too. So this makes it a cool card, and I'm sure there's people who are going to take advantage of it. He's going to get open. I could see this guy burning safeties in the slot or at wide receiver too. But I don't see him. I just want somebody a little taller. What wide receiver one is the primary wide receiver, I guess I would say. So that is the golden tickets, and we're gonna have more and more. Pretty cool today. $4.99, actually $6.99 cards if you count the boss and the set version of each Ultimate Legend. So pretty cool. EA keeping the content rolling, and they're taking away some sets like that Captain MVP to the Positional Hero. Probably trying to keep the price of Positional Heroes up is what I assume. From here on out, though, I think I'm going to try to get Ultimate Legends and just kind of build up for that and build my team based on that. And we'll see how that works out. So that is my video for the day. Long video. And shout out to Papa Raider. And he has YouTube videos as well. He's in my channel subscriptions. And thanks for watching.